I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
Should I call you mister? Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
Don't trust China. China is asshole.
You are gay. You are gay.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. 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 I'm gonna come. 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 Come.
I didn't come in your burrito.
Hello, hi, welcome to Terrible Person, and also the John Chainrich On Demand Couples Therapy Podcast. This is called a simulcast in the industry, guys. Basically, we don't want to do two episodes.
So we're doing both at the same time.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Grant.
And I'm no one.
Yeah. There's a reason why I'm pretty gassed up. Cait's going out of town.
Yeah, and Grant's like so excited.
No. I'm so excited because I was going through the closet today.
Yeah.
And I found the leftover packet of the honey, the horny honey, and I slurped it down in case you and I wanted to get intimate later.
The rest of the packet? So
yeah,
you
I told you
already
I sampled it.
So that's why you were so excited I was home?
No, I mean, like right now I just feel hot and I'm kind of dizzy. It's a lot. There's a lot going on.
In case you want to get intimate later.
Whoa, Caitlin's blushing.
I am.
Dang, babe.
Am I really?
No, you're not. I am. I'm like fully blood beet red. I feel like it's the honey.
It's not.
Shit's wild. It's crazy.
It's really getting that blood flowing.
Yeah, I'm gassed up right now.
So it doesn't just make you horny, it also...
I don't know. Feel like, seriously, touch me. Do you feel my core body temperature is 140 degrees right now?
No. You feel like clammy.
My organs are boiling inside my body. Yeah, I'm wet. I took a shower too, in case we wanted to get intimate later, by the way. So people on Reddit, I posted a picture of us and I said, we're doing this collab episode. For
a picture of us. What picture?
That's good. But you can't just look at pictures and say we gotta talk.
It's hard. I can't really see. I went to the eye doctor today. My eyes are sensitive.
Shit.
I got a lot of lights flashed in them and some air puffed on them.
Cait's got the big heat for the podcast. Tell them what you told me in the bedroom.
I got a free pair of glasses.
Oh, shit. And Cait then filled me in with the crazy details of the story and said, if I buy 100 pairs of contacts,
if I bought a year's supply of contacts, which I usually always do, then I was eligible for a free pair of glasses. So I got a free pair of glasses, and I'm pretty jazzed about it. I got contacts and a free pair of glasses and an eye exam, and it was like $115, and then I'm gonna get a $30 rebate.
Oh, dang. What's he doing? He's
playing with his pickle.
I fed him some mad honey.
Yeah, did he get into the honey?
Yeah, he got into the honey. Shit. Homie.
Where did you throw the packet away? Is he licking the little...
I ate the packet.
The remnants?
I slurped it down. I just said...
Swallowed it.
Yeah. It's so bad. It's coconut flavor honey somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And
Does it taste like coconut?
No, it tastes like chemicals. I ingested something bad. It's poison. That's what I think now about everything. Just like varying degrees of poison going into my body.
When we went to Jack in the Box last weekend, and I mean, granted, I did have a little bit of other stuff in my system, but I had eaten at Jack in the Box. We both did. And then later on that night, like I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh man, like I just don't feel good. And I remember having like a really bad taste in my mouth. Like I was like, ugh, like why does my mouth taste so gross? I had to go and brush my teeth. I was like, ugh. And like I still couldn't get the taste out. And then like 20 seconds after I was done brushing my teeth, I was like, oh man, I'm going to throw up. And then I projectile vomited. Like not even like a quarter of digested food that I had eaten like 6 hours prior. I'm like, what the fuck? So I think that Jack in the Box like is doing some weird wishing up with their food because
Whoa,
that's
Cait,
not
this is
normal.
Whoa, this is a big time podcast. You can't be throwing out allegations. I think we were on drugs. Yeah. This podcast is brought to you by Jack in the Box. So, Cait, what's your favorite breakfast sandwich at Jack in the Box?
The Breakfast Jack.
The Breakfast Jack. That's what I'm going to give Cait after the podcast. You know what I mean, guys?
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Am I also gonna projectile vomit after that?
For sure, yeah. We both will.
Nice. On each other.
Yeah.
You know that's probably some weird kink of some sort.
Nah, dude, throwing up on somebody would be ugh.
Have you ever done it?
Thrown up on somebody?
Yeah. I mean, obviously not like purposeful.
Like in a sexual fashion?
No.
Like I'm just going, do you like this? I'm like, whoa.
How about now?
Yeah, how about now? What do you think? Well, have you thrown up on somebody?
Yeah, I've thrown up on somebody's back accidentally.
When?
I was in high school. I was like really drunk and this guy came to give me a hug and then like I just threw up down his back.
Dude, I ruined a house party one time. I fucking drank a bottle of gin and then was outside just I got the hose out and started hosing down the yard and there were just chunks of shit in the grass.
You were throwing up poop from your mouth. Ugh, that'd be rough. Could you imagine throwing up shit?
Eating poop.
That'd be the worst time ever. Your only response is yeah.
Oh, just the fact that this is people's introduction to us.
They're never gonna listen to how to become terrible person.
Yeah,
That's the format.
Yeah, if you want more of this juice, head on over to Terrible Person wherever you get your podcast. Could you imagine throwing up shit? Oh, sorry guys. I think we gotta. Oh, now we have to appease some of the John Jay and Rich listeners.
I'm also sick. So I'm sorry for the cough.
Let's pivot. Cait, what's Grant's most annoying trait from listener Pond Raised
That
Klutz?
fact that he is never listening to me because 99.9% of the time he has his headphones in.
Yeah.
And I want to kill him. He also sleeps with them in. So if somebody broke into our house
We're
and tried me in the middle of the night,
Babe, why
Grant
are
would
you
just be sound asleep.
Why are you hitting the big words on the podcast? You can't be saying crazy shit like that. This is simulcast. And I do sleep in a coffin.
No, you put your pillow on top of me and it makes me hot.
What are you talking about?
Grant tries to suffocate me with his pillow in the middle of the night.
Every night, guys. I just try and condition you to get a little bit closer every night until the night I finally decide this is it.
But it's true though. He does.
No. Can I say something that's out of character for the podcast?
Okay.
But I love you.
I love you too.
You're my best friend. I like talking to you.
Well, that's good since we're married.
Yeah. Snot's over there.
I need tissues.
Apparently, you think I'm a doctor.
What?
Because you hit me with my throat sore. And I said, well, take the medicine. Take the medicine we have for sore throats and those sort of things.
Because Grant's telling me that my sore throat is due to allergies, which I think I agree with that. And then he tried to tell me to take flu medicine.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you have a sore throat.
Allergies.
You have your throat is inflamed. It's sore. It's swollen. Your nasal passages. Basically, all that shit is just Tylenol, just extra strength.
Yeah, but I always thought that you take medicine not to treat the symptoms, but like to treat the issue at hand.
What? You just said the same thing.
No, I didn't.
Treat the symptoms of the symptoms.
No,
and
if
the
I
issues.
have allergies,
Yes,
but my symptoms are like coughing a lot, scratchy, sore throat, That's also the same symptoms that somebody has when they have a cold or the flu. And so you telling me that I have allergies, but telling me to take flu medicine, it just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's
because
just,
you're supposed to be treating the root cause, not the symptoms, right?
Okay. Yes.
Well, that's why I was confused. Because I don't have the flu.
Well, then don't ask me what you should do then. And I'll be like, Cait, do you want me to go get you medicine? And you say no.
Well, because I don't know what medicine I need. I don't know what I'm sick with.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Swish.
Excuse me.
Nice.
Can you cut that out?
No, babe.
Babe, cut that out. I don't want people to think I'm gross.
Shit. Don't worry about it, babe.
I really need a tissue. I'm
well,
sorry.
go get a tissue. Time out.
I'm back.
Cait's back. She made it.
I brought an extra tissue in
So,
case.
Cait, people want to know where we met.
We met at work.
Yes.
When we first met,
You were blonde.
I was blonde.
Yeah, and I said.
And I think that's probably why Grant was attracted to me.
Yeah, I said, I gotta go.
My unnatural blonde hair.
I gotta go see this hussy with dyed hair at work.
What?
No, babe.
It looked great.
It did. You look great.
But anyways, yeah, so we met at work. We just like kind of were acquaintances.
Yeah, I'd hit her with a what's up.
And we talked occasionally.
Yeah, we didn't really hit it off.
But like I think we were both dating other people.
Yeah.
I know I was. I don't know about Grant. I think he was.
I would, yeah.
We'll just say that he was to make him feel good.
Yeah.
He totally had another girlfriend.
Totally. Yeah, she was in Canada. You guys don't know her. You guys haven't met her. She goes to a different school.
And then I ended up moving away. And then I came back to Arizona. Came back working at the same place. And then I would say within like a month or two of that happening is when Grant and I went on our first date.
Yeah. What did I hit you at? I was like, hey, would you like to go see a movie?
Yeah.
Hey, would you like to go see a movie with me? And she was like, what'd you say?
Sure. No, I don't even remember. I was like, yeah, I'd be down.
And then we went to go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was a good time. I remember I could hear you breathe at some parts.
Yeah. Why didn't you mention that under pet peeves? Yeah. Fuck, man. You listed one thing. You said headphones. What else?
Well, because I can't list
Breathing.
too many because then people are going to get the impression that I don't love you.
Well, drop some heat. I know you love me. I'm a flawed man, but I'm your flawed man. Right, babe? Touch my hand.
Wet ass mouth.
Hold my hand. Tell me what you don't like about me. Wet ass mouth.
Wet ass mouth. Grant has
What else?
the saliva glands of a
Yeah.
Rottweiler.
Overactive.
So I always make him wipe his lips
Yeah,
off
Cait-
before he kisses me.
Cait always makes me. I'm Slobbers McGee. I can't help it, babe. When you're around, my lips are just wet. What else? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Get yourself together.
The fact that he left a toenail on the floor this morning for me to clean up before I left for work.
Cait. Here's the thing about
No,
that.
and it wasn't just one singular toenail. It was
I
one
cannot
big
finish.
toenail and then a
Cannot
smaller
finish.
toenail. So I'm like, how the fuck are there two goddamn toenails in my living room?
The cats.
Did you cut your toenails in the living room?
I did not.
Where'd you cut your
I
toenails?
cut my toenails in the back room. And I thought I got all of
and
them. But
where? On the carpet?
one of the little it must have gotten lost in the carpet. One of the little critters
No,
must have
you're
pulled it
not
with their
allowed to
mouth.
cut your toenails on the carpet anymore. You need to cut your nails
Cait,
somewhere where you can see the shreds.
I'm a creative.
That doesn't give you the right to just leave your toenails all over the place.
I don't. Obviously, I tried to pick them all up. Do you think I'm just like?
Well, you missed 20%. 20%.
I'm fucking.
And that's just the ones that I saw. I'm sure there's probably at least another one or two running around somewhere.
I'm leaving clues around the apartment by means of toenail, Da Vinci Code style. What else, Cait? Breathing, wet ass mouth.
Yeah, he breathes way too loud sometimes.
What else?
He doesn't know how to chew with his mouth
Oh,
shut.
come on. No.
I literally had to remind you yesterday to
Shit.
chew with your mouth closed.
And as Caitlin's
Because I look over and like full ass like.
No. Cait's hitting me with during dinner. You need to really start chewing with your mouth closed. That's Cait.
No, I eat like a lady.
What else?
What else? That you seem to love to not do laundry any other time of the week except for when I need to.
No, Cait.
Yes.
We're on opposite laundry schedules.
And we've talked about
Bullshit.
this before, and I'm like, Grant, can you please do your laundry like when
No.
I'm at work or something?
I do my laundry while you're at work.
And then I get home from work, and guess what?
No.
Fucking doing laundry.
No. Here's the thing.
Full,
No.
like washer and dryer both tied up with Grant's shit.
No, this is crazy because you come home and I make sure that if anything, there's clothes in the dryer finishing. Because I think Cait might want to throw some stuff. I think, it's cycle. It's like a cyclical thing. You don't need both at the same time. It's not like you're going to use the dryer before you use the washer, Cait. So next.
No, you do use both at the same time because you'll have stuff in the dryer and when you're also washing stuff.
Right, but that's I'm not trying to impede what you're doing.
What are your pet peeves about me?
Nothing, babe. I would never,
Okay.
I would never list my pet peeves publicly of you because I have none.
I was going to say because they're that bad.
No, babe. I don't have anything. You have a tendency to maybe fly off the handle occasionally.
Grant thinks I'm a bitch.
That's why I was thinking I spent some time thinking about it today. And I think that's why we work so well. We're very different. Right?
Like in terms of our personalities?
Energies, yeah.
Yes.
Cait is angry.
I'm not angry.
She's a fierce warrior.
No, I'm not angry. I know that I have a very short fuse and I have very little patience. And I think that a lot of people are stupid and I just don't have the time.
Sure.
Or the patience.
Fair. You know what? I've gotten a lot more patient since we've been together, I feel like. I do.
Like I
think we both have.
patient?
Yeah, I think you've made me more patient because I know that you're going to fly off the handle, and if I give it some time instead of react immediately, you're probably going to cool down. And you're going to be like, Grant, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I snapped at you. I'm sorry I yelled at you and said I didn't want any pizza when you went and got pizza.
I've never done that.
Yeah, remember that?
I've never done that. I've never done that. No, yeah, because I wanted to go to Regano's.
Yeah.
That's different.
And then I wanted to do something else, and instead of Caitlin snapped.
No, Grant snapped.
You win. Full clip. Sometimes our energies can be explosive.
No, you just wanted to be a bitch that day.
Yeah, I didn't want to really go to Oregano's. And then we went to Oregano's the next week.
Well, you could have just said you didn't want to go to Oregano's.
I did. While we were fighting.
No, you didn't. You were like, oh, I have stuff that I need to do, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you don't want to go to Oregano's, then just say, I don't want to go to Oregano's.
Well, I also had stuff I wanted to do. And that's when Cait decided to storm out of the apartment.
Well, then that brings me to my next pet peeve.
Yeah.
My next pet peeve is when Grant pretends like I impede him from doing anything or that he wants or needs to do.
Like talking?
Like
Cait?
talking, getting his other podcast done. He always blames me for that.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I do not always blame you. I have personal accountability for my failures. We need to shift the energy. Oh, this is from Snooping Sally on Reddit.
Ooh, I like her name.
Snooping Sally. I don't want to be Snoopy. Are you okay? Cait just snotted all over herself. You okay?
That was from my throat, though.
Do you need me to call 911?
That wasn't from my nose.
Lex Luger over there. Lex Loogie over there. Yeah.
Do you see what I've been dealing with all day long?
It finally came out. I was telling Caitlin that in high school one time, because she's had something in the back of her throat, and I mentioned that when I was in high school, must have been junior year, I had a cheeseburger at lunch, and I sneezed while I was eating the cheeseburger, and some of it went up into my nasal cavity, and I could feel it all day just sitting there. in the back of my, like the top back of my throat.
Uh-huh.
And then finally in religion class, 9th period, it just let loose and just slid down my throat. And I got to have, and it tasted just like the cheeseburger.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
It was second lunch. It felt so good, though. I'm sure in class I was like, oh.
Like audibly.
Yeah, because it felt on, because I felt that you could feel it start to slide. And then it fully just let go. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was one of those things. The other thing I constantly think about is I had a blackhead on my forearm in high school, probably Algebra 2, Miss Winterroad's class. I just remember sitting there one day and I had a bump and I was like, what is this? And then it came out. I squeezed it and it came out like a fucking, like a snake.
Was it like hair?
No, it was just a blackhead. So from Snooping Sally. Snoopy. Would love to hear details about the in-laws' reactions to some of the personal things you've shared on the radio / podcast. Well, I can say, I don't think anyone listens.
I mean, I think at first people listened.
Yeah.
In our family.
Because we've been doing this for, what did we figure out the other day? 5 years?
Something like that.
And we've been doing premium episodes, which are great. Like, those are the ones where we get pretty wild. And I know pretty much all the family and friends have canceled their subscriptions at this point.
Really?
I think so.
That's funny.
I need to go and check. I'm going to do an family audit.
Yeah, we should.
I think
just to double check how many of them are actually still paying attention. But I think maybe my dad listens occasionally.
Checks in.
But
and then he hears it's his butthole talk.
And then he's like, oh God.
All right, cool. Got it. Yeah, so I don't think I've said anything that's been crazy out of line on the radio.
We've said a lot of weird stuff on the podcast.
Well, yeah, but did anyone in your family get offended?
No, but I think we've said like sexual stuff before, and my parents have been like, they've made a comment before about it. They're like, that's weird. I'm not listening to that.
Yeah. Well, it's natural. They can't shame us.
I know, but I'm just saying. They're just like, I don't need to hear that.
Our love is beautiful. Does Cait just entertain your conspiracy theories, or does she actually deep dive? It's a good question.
My whole life, I never thought conspiracy theories were real until not saying that is a conspiracy.
Man.
I'm just saying around that time. I was trying to skirt around it. But you forced me. You forced my hand.
Long story short is, yes, Cait is on board completely.
I'm not on board completely with all of them.
Cait
Some of them I think are fucking whack. But
okay, which conspiracies that?
Like a lot of the like reptilian shit.
The Saturn Moon Matrix?
Yeah, like Earth is flat. Dumb.
I don't care about that. We're underwater. We're in a dome, dude. We're fucked.
That dumb.
Well, what about the Great Ice Wall?
Dumb.
No, come on, Cait.
No, like there are certain things, or like, oh, the universe isn't real. False.
I mean, okay.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, okay.
But then there are some of them that I'm like, okay, maybe.
I think I've given up all my...
And I will still stand by the fact that I don't think 9/11 was conspiracy, and Grant thinks the complete opposite. So we're definitely different on that, but just agree to disagree on that one.
There's a 900-page book over there on the bookshelf.
That you've read 3 pages of.
About 3 pages.
In about 6 years time.
Yeah.
So...
So Cait has...
You have no room to stand.
Cait, we're looking... Every week when we record the podcast, we're looking at a bookshelf. And the bookshelf is mostly Caitlin's books, which is fair because she's the reader.
I mean, I haven't read in a while. I think it's because Grant like makes me not want to read, and then I feel stupid.
I've made you dumber.
Grant makes me stupid.
Yeah, reading sucks, dude.
No, it doesn't. It's really fun. It's just like
it's for fucking nerds.
I go through.
What are you, a nerd? I didn't marry a nerd.
Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah.
I used to read all the time when we first started dating. I think that books are really cool. I think books now,
whoa,
it's hard to find like a book where you're just like, okay, this is cool. Because everything is just trying so hard to be something.
Yeah, right.
And you're just like, okay.
So you're talking like...
I'm talking about anything in every single sort of genre.
I agree
like
with
they
that.
just like, they're like, oh, if I'm a young teen author, like I need to just like go fucking super hard in the paint and like only write about fucking shit that happens to people in high school and college.
Okay.
Or like,
So, Cait, let's. This is a perfect opportunity. Let's
I'm gonna
not
write a fantasy story. I have to make it so crazy that it's just like.
Let's not do a premium episode this week. Let's just extend this out, and let's figure out. Let's write a young adult book.
I don't want to.
Why not? Well, then let's not do YA. Let's get out of the genre. What are we doing? We're building a franchise.
We're doing a nonfiction,
Nonfiction.
a historical nonfiction.
Okay. That sucks. That limits okay, what time period?
Ancient China.
Ancient China, but it takes place in Manchester.
I know nothing about ancient China. No, wasn't like Attila the Hun from there or something?
Yeah, sure. So
No, there was like
okay.
somebody who was like really like mean.
Genghis Khan?
Yes.
Okay.
Him. That's who I meant.
Yeah.
I was close. Who did I
So-
say? I don't even remember.
Attila the Hun?
It was close.
That's a random ass pull. So Attila the Hun, he's standing at the edge of the Great Wall, contemplating his next move in life.
Uh-huh.
Whether he will soar to the sky or whether he will fall. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And then Justin Baldoni walks in and hot. Swole.
Is it like man bun being like
Yes.
toxic masculinity?
Yes. And guess what, Cait? That's Genghis Khan. Historical nonfiction. And it's a meet cute. Did they even exist at the same time?
Who? Attila the Hun?
Why did you... Yeah.
I don't know. I literally don't know
Okay.
where I pulled that from.
All right, so scratch that.
Do you want me to look him up? I
No, babe, I want to... What would you...
No.
So if you were going to write a series, a book,
Okay.
you can do anything, Cait.
Okay.
What would your series be?
It would be about a girl
Okay, love it.
originally from Phoenix,
Originally from Phoenix.
moves to Washington,
Oh, okay, and then...
starts going to a school.
Yeah, and everybody's sparkly.
There's
Ooh.
some weird, mysterious family.
There's some hot, pale folks that live up on a hill in a beautiful home.
They're all gorgeous.
They're all gorgeous and sparkly.
100 out of 10s.
Yeah.
They like to play baseball in a thunderstorm.
So the only reason they play baseball, they have to play during thunderstorms
Because they're so loud when they hit the ball.
Oh, that sucks.
With the bat, it like cracks it so loud it sounds like a boom of thunder.
But what are they worried about?
They're worried that people are going to find them out if they're not doing it during a thunderstorm, because they're going to be like, where the fuck's the thunder on this bright sunny day with no clouds in the sky?
Who gives a shit?
Grant,
Who's mad about
I'm just fucking telling you how the book goes.
There's just like some old townie who just is like the fucking Collins are doing science up there.
Well, also, Grant, you have to... I don't think it's for the fucking people. I think it's more so the werewolves.
Oh, so the werewolves don't hunt them down. So baseball is something they love to do so much that they have to like come up with.
They look at...
Oh no.
They look at the Farmer's Almanac
Oh,
for the upcoming year.
guys, it's
They
stormy.
plot
season.
out the days that it says that it's going to thunderstorm on their calendar so they can be ready to go.
That sucks. That sucks.
They can play a all-day tournament,
Oh man,
get the most out of that thunderstorm.
I want to rewatch those. We watched those and I completely they went literally as soon as I finished them, gone. I couldn't tell you, but I enjoyed them.
Yeah,
I
they're
enjoyed
good.
them so much.
I think that we need to finish Harry Potter because we never finished Harry
we
Potter.
never finished Harry Potter. I don't even know. The last thing I remember is he's like kind of hot now.
And what else? I think the last one we watched was when Cedric died.
Who's Cedric? Spoiler alert.
It's Robert Pattinson. Edward.
When you said Cedric, I thought, there's a black guy in Harry Potter?
Yeah.
It was Cedric the Entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
No, but yeah, it's Robert Pattinson's character in Harry Potter.
Oh, he dies in the Quidditch. Is that what it's called?
No, he dies in the Triwizard Cup. At the very end.
Huh.
It's a very sad scene. I hated that part.
Does he drown?
No, Voldemort killed him.
Weird. Yeah, I blacked that out. I have no memory of that.
No, he didn't drown.
Autoerotic
Earlier in the
asphyxiation.
movie, when they were all underwater for the underwater challenge, he like lost his little thing, his ability to like breathe underwater or whatever.
Okay, so seriously though, you're writing a book. We're writing a book together, and you just pitched me Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you like it?
I did.
Was
It
it
was
good?
good. I think we could do something with that. What else? You're the idea machine.
There's a boy.
Okay.
He's an orphan.
I love it.
I'm just kidding. Picture this. The year is 3050.
Picture this.
The United States. There are no longer 50 states. It's now 12 districts.
Oh shit. Then what happens?
Each district has one thing that they specialize in.
And some of these folks is mad hungry.
Most of these folks are mad
Yeah.
hungry. Except for the people that live in the capital.
Yeah.
They're gluttonous.
Yeah.
I can't think of a book. I'm not a fucking writer. Do you think that if I was a writer and had $1 million ideas that we'd be sitting here on this sofa doing this podcast?
Cait,
right
I am
now?
a writer and I have $1 million ideas. And
We'll generate one.
I know, shit. I gotta get paid.
Make that money.
I gotta get, yeah. Cait and I, the universe is about to paper us, so I can feel it.
Yeah, with a speeding ticket.
Yeah, Cait was fired up because she got caught speeding, and I said, "Cait, you're breaking the law.
And
what are you
I
doing
like-
out there?"
And I was like, I like to.
How fast were you going?
Shit.
Shit.
I'm just kidding. I
How
think
fast were you going on the ticket?
supposedly 86.
Okay, and he said he marked you down. He lowered it so you wouldn't get a criminal speeding ticket, so you didn't have to haul your ass to jail.
Whatever.
So how fast were you going?
I don't know. Maybe like 89.
That's not bad. Nah,
I literally wasn't going that
You were
fast.
doing fucking 93
No.
for sure. If you're claiming 89,
No,
you
I
were
wasn't.
105.
I wasn't looking at the speedometer. But when he pulled me over, he's like, do you know I pulled you over? And I'm like, no, I don't.
The Kia Soul was shaking. I had to pull it over. And see.
And he's like, you were speeding. And I was like, I thought I was going with the flow of traffic, but okay.
Yeah, and it's a pace ticket.
Yeah.
It's not like you got radared. You can go fight that. We're going,
I know.
we're
I
st-
think I'm like debating on whether or not I should.
What sounds good for dinner tonight?
I don't know. That's a really good question. Does anything sound good to you? Since I feel like I always choose. And, on top of that, I have been choosing because I have been picking out Pinterest recipes like the weekends.
Spit it out.
Shut the fuck up. I'm getting there. I pick out Pinterest recipes on the weekends so we can eat them during the week. So we've kind of been not like meal prepping, but we've been planning out our meals in advance and getting the groceries ahead of time. And it's actually working out quite nicely, I think.
Because
it's great
what I
because
used
now
to do.
I don't have to wait until 8 p.m. to eat dinner
Whoa,
some nights.
relax.
So it's
Some
fucking
nights,
wonderful.
Some nights.
No, Grant.
Come on.
Grant. It was getting a little ridiculous there for a while. It was getting out of hand.
You know, Cait orders me around.
I was like, I need to reel this in.
She's not kidding, guys.
No, I'm not. Tired of waiting. Or the best is like getting home from like a really exhausting work day, and then the first question I'm asked is, "What sounds good for dinner?"
No.
And I'm like, "Are you kidding?"
No,
right now?"
usually if I haven't talked to you, I learned a lesson. If I haven't talked to you about dinner at a certain point, I just call an audible and I just make something. I just whip something up. Whip up one of my specialties.
Why? Because that one time I freaked out on you.
That one time?
One time that I remember.
When was this?
I don't know. I got mad at you. We were on the phone. And I started yelling at you. I just remember that. Because I was mad that I had to think about what I needed to, like, what we wanted for dinner. I was like, if you wanted me to think about this shit, then tell me beforehand.
But you're the picky one.
But I also don't like to be put on the spot, you know, because you know that I don't like that at all. So I feel like when I'm being asked last minute at like 6 p.m. what sounds good for dinner, that's very much being put on the spot. And I don't like that.
So we should probably wrap this up. I'm going to edit this down a bit and take some stuff out. But if you listen to Terrible Person podcast, you already know this. But if you're listening on the John, Jay, and Rich On Demand podcast, the biggest fights in the history of Grant and Cait have been from recording our podcast together and me just going, well, Cait, what do you want to talk about?
That's true story.
Because there are times, guys, where...
Or the time that I got mad at you because you fucked up the ribs for dinner.
Yeah. You got so mad.
I told Grant, I was like, I'm never eating a rib ever again. You ruined them forever.
Yeah, I bought the wrong ribs.
I eat ribs now, guys.
Yeah, I love
it's all
them.
good.
The ribs are great, and I'm good at making ribs. I just that one time I messed it up. But no, the biggest fights we've ever had have been recording a podcast and me putting Caitlin on the spot, and then she accuses me of sabotaging or something.
Yeah, I do.
You're like, saboteur.
I was like, you trying to make me look fucking stupid.
Trying to make me look stupid. I'm like, Cait, nobody thinks you're stupid that listens to our podcast. They think I'm stupid. Oh, case in point.
No, but I remember the time that we got into a huge fight. We were like talking about something, kind of getting into a little bit of an argument, like a tiff on the podcast.
Oh,
and I remember I said something to like get under your skin, and then your immediate reaction was like, all right, Cait, well, what do you have today that you want to talk about? And that just set me off because I knew you were doing it in that moment to be spiteful, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, the other what was it? When I would I'd set up all the podcast equipment, and then you would come home from work, and I'd be like, you know what, fuck it, we don't need to do a podcast today. I just put everything away. And then we just don't have a podcast that week because we're both too stubborn. No,
so
but
funny.
on the thing where no one thinks you're the dumb one, I'm clearly the dumb one. On Friday, Good Friday, I went for a walk by the community college.
Yeah.
And I may have had a little taste of the mushrooms, just a taste.
So that means he did, guys.
And
sure did.
For sure did.
Was definitely high.
Was definitely high. And I kept thinking the whole time, I was like, I'm not high at all. I don't feel anything. I just feel alert and activated, much like the honey.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm walking up to Mesa Community College. Shout out to Mesa.
Red Mountain campus.
What's up, guys? I walk around the corner, and there's just a guy laying there, and there's 4 paramedics working on him. And then there's another person standing over top watching, and he's like freaking out, like, save my friend. You got to save my friend. Uh-huh. And I'm just thinking, obviously, maybe I'm too high for... I don't feel high, but maybe I'm too high for this. And so I turn and walk around the corner, and there's another guy laying on the ground and 4 more paramedics working on him feverishly. And then another fella, save my friend, save my friend. My friend's dying. And then I look over and I see a sign that says EMS Simulation Day.
That would have been trippy, though, to just like come up on that and you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
Did I cause this? I thought it was.
You're like, am I having like severe deja vu?
Yeah.
I saw this literally half a second ago.
Yeah, it was the strangest thing. Is this the Matrix?
Like, what the fuck? Did I just come from this way?
No.
Because it is a little roundabout area.
But Cait, when I saw 2 sets of paramedics on a school campus and I was walking high on mushrooms.
You're like, is this a school shooting?
I literally, the first thought was, am I going to be on the news later? Looking for this
pupils
man.
Fucking huge.
Yeah, just gassed out of my mind.
Just like standing in the background of all the shots with like super wide eyes, just like all the way open.
It's me dancing through security camera footage.
You're literally in every single photo. That's like the number one.
We shouldn't talk about this.
Sorry, that's right. We're getting into some
guys. We should just end the podcast now.
Scary waters.
Everyone,
here.
thank you for listening to this episode of John Jane Rich Couples Therapy and simulcast Terrible Person.
Like it, or wait, what are we telling people to do? Just listen.
Find our podcast.
Find our podcast.
If you like this,
and yeah, tell people that you like this podcast, so they'll ask us to do it again.
Yeah,
they don't cut us out of the rotation
just
like they originally tried to do.
Rotation bullshit.
Can't let it happen again.
We will stand up and fight. No one said we couldn't do it. We were always on the schedule to be the fifth week.
Were we?
Yeah.
No, we weren't.
Always.
No.
and we just put it in our heads. We were like,
no, because they've recycled through them more than that.
No, they haven't. This is the fifth week.
Oh.
Saving the
best for last.
That's Caitlin and Nick next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So shout out. It's gonna be.
It'll be a great episode.
It will be a great episode.
Not as good as this one.
Nobody's holding the candle to this episode. You got.
Tell people
in the first 10 minutes you literally hit people with, could you imagine throwing up shit? Question 1, 10 minutes into the sucker. So yeah, if you like that kind of content,
yeah,
find our podcast Terrible Person, please. And everyone, have a safe and wonderful Sunday. If you're listening to this on Monday, hopefully you were entertained.
And if you find any white hairs on your head, pull them out like I did.
Oh yeah, I can't.
I found a full 12-inch long white hair. It was sticking out of my bun, and I saw like the end of it, and I was like, is that the end? Like, because usually it starts from the root. And I'm like, oh my God, how long has that been growing? And I pulled it out, and it was the longest white hair I've ever had. It was so sad. It was really sad.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
And it was like a different texture. I'm like, no.
Yeah, they're thick. Those are thick boys.
I don't want pube hairs for my head.
Oh, Cait, here's a question. I thought of this question today, and this is a perfect place to end the episode. Perfect way to end the episode. This is a bit of a riddle question for you, Cait. I wrote this.
Okay.
If you were to come home from work and I told you I lost my wedding ring inside my body, where do you think it would have gone?
Well, knowing your aversion to like anything near your butthole, I'd probably say your mouth.
Incorrect, butthole.
Or I guess
maybe because I'm so freaked out about butthole stuff,
it would just somehow find its way up there.
It's like it's Lord of the Rings style. It's Mordor.
It's just calling to your butthole.
Oh, I just drop it in there. Watch it slow motion. Oh.
No, but like one of my biggest, not like this has anything to do with having a ring in your body, but one of my biggest fears is like dropping it down the sink in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking terrible.
It would be. But then you have a little catcher there underneath. It's easy. As long as you don't let the water go crazy. You can
but that's like that. I guess that's my fear. Like to drop your rings down the sink, like as the like water's running like full blast, and you're just like, no. You know what I mean?
The shower would be the one where it'd be fucking gone.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Because they'd either have to tear up the whole shower to get it out. I don't know, man. But it would probably...
Or it would have just gone already straight to the drain.
Straight to the drain. That's
wherever it goes. I don't fucking know how plumbing works, guys. I didn't go to school for that.
I didn't go to school for this shit. What you want me to do about this? All right. Well, everybody...
All right. So, yeah, all right.
Okay, what do we...
What do you want to talk about this week?
Coachella?
Yeah. Can we go next year?
No. I spent all my Coachella money on horny honey. I've invested. Maybe it's one of those touch activated type situations. I was kind of hoping it would just be like
rock the whole time.
This is bullshit.
Just look over. And
I think all the blood that was supposed to go to my penis actually ran straight into my head.
Went to your wet ass mouth.
Wet ass mouth.
Produce more saliva.
Produce more saliva factory. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. If you're listening to this on Terrible Person, thank you. And if you're listening to this on the John J. and Rich feed, thank you so much. This will be our first and last appearance probably doing this.
No, don't say that. Don't jinx us.
Okay, bye.
Bye.